As night falls, as days end, now you enter into another day. As you head back into the area where you first started, thankfully enough, your team had acquired a few new assets, a few new members, and two had decided to venture out and spread their wings. Currently, they are in the ancient towers with a few new scientists in the mix. What happens to them? Well, that's yet to be discovered. However, your team has been on leave for about a month. You've gotten some intel here and there, and then just recently, Red Eye, Gerard, Clover, Rexlar, and the rest of the gang managed to make it back after a month's travel. They enter in, and because we didn't get a chance to work in the one shot last week, I'm just gonna tell you what I rolled and stuff. I'm gonna use Noma as the speaking voice for him. Your team managed to work together to get back to this town, however. In Section 9, you are currently in Haven. It has been a month since you've managed to get back here. You've done some odd jobs here and there, but nothing worthwhile. You've collected a few things, learned a few languages, and even trained a bit. However, now that Noma and his team's back, Ramon looks towards him and states, "Alright, thank you for making it back. Luckily enough, you made it back in one piece. How did it go?" Noma then states, "Well, not great. We managed to make contact and we have a portal ready for the next team that you're about to send out. But according to them, once you make it back in town, you have to speak with the council of 5. It's not going to be pretty. Last we left it, we burned some bridges. They're not exactly fond of humans. And since most of our group was human, things really didn't turn out so well. So they really didn't want to speak with us, so when we try to go into a covert mission, we kind of screwed things up. But on the plus side, we did make some contacts here and there. There's a girl named Jay that you can make contact with once you make it into town of Noche. Beyond that, we kind of screwed everything over. For our group at least. Depending on who you send, I recommend more non-humans. It doesn't be much, but at least we established a connection line, meaning we don't have to get these guys to travel there. So thankfully enough, we have that to look forward to. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, if you guys want to talk, see what's going on, see, I don't know, catch up, it's up to you. Furthermore, you've already collected a few of us. My group, a few group members here and there. We also collected a few people, so if you want some backup, let us know. As they spread through the room.
Sorry, my internet shit the bed there. I got like none of your preamble. Sorry.
The basic gist was the team screwed up. Now anyone that enters in must first meet with the Council of 5 before trying to do anything. Beyond that, they made a contact named Jay that you can speak with and get more information. But because they screwed up in their covert mission, they really didn't get enough or a good chance to establish a true connection there. So they had to make it back on foot, but they established a teleportation circle to make it there, so any teams now can just teleport.
Thank you.
Yeah. Off topic, I rolled really bad for that mission for your B team. The only thing I got done was a teleportation circle, and that's it.
Sounds about right for us, though.
Yeah. Ramon then states, well, you've got the gist of it. Right now, we're about to make contact with the Council of Five, which, ironically enough, was our main objective to begin with. As this is a connection towards Noche, we are currently establishing the safe railway system, and we need some proper funds and connecting points to their connecting cities and towns. I would like you to gather information from the town, preferably legally, but if you can't, try to do so with the utmost discretion. Many of you aren't exactly human, so that should be just fine. But if you are human, just be cautious and careful. There are tieflings, dragonborn, and a lot of others. Humans are the minority there, and Noche is also considered the city of monsters, the city of demons, and the city of shadows. So the more power you have, the likelier your words will spread. Any questions before you head out?
So all we're doing there is just protecting the railway while it's getting built.
No, all you're gonna do there is get information, gather the cities and towns, any ecological, geographical, and populous information you can acquire.
That should
Simple as
be
that.
easy.
The next step becomes the railway system. That'll be at a later date. Off topic, during the last mission, did you tell Ramon anything about it? What you found there? I mean, obviously you said, hey, Mixie and Esmond decided to become scientists for a while, which is perfectly fine with him. But did you tell him, like, you found this hex blade thing? You wound up encountered these weird scientists, mumbo jumbos, this metal chain that seems to be weird because it's a metal you can't identify, mixed
I
with
would,
adamantine.
I would imagine that Evie tells Ramon everything. Just an update on what happened and shit. What everything she knows.
All right. Then Claire moves over to Byroth. Did you? Claire is quite intelligent. Do you allow her to examine your chain? You can say yes, no. It's up to you. She's not gonna force it. It has been a month, roughly 30 days. Not unless you're really... no, cat.
Oh, if it's been 30 days, Sigvold's gone.
Give me a second. Can't even hear anything.
No.
There we go.
Back. Oh, you're back?
Yes.
Sigvold would not be with us anymore if it's been 30 days.
True. I'm just gonna say Sigvold is currently in the town of Noche.
Sure. That's where I want. That's where I need. That's where I was gonna send him anyways.
Yeah, you did make a point to send a message there, so you did get a message back. I forgot the message you sent though, which is a problem.
It was just warning them about the Yellow King and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, that's interesting then. Receiving a message back, you read, playing chess is a lot like playing checkers. The board is the same, but the players are different. Interpret that how you will. However, Byroth, you let Claire examine your chain.
The cards game.
The 500-foot adamantine slash metal you have.
Yes. Can
Okay then.
barely hear you guys.
Could be my connection.
No, it's mine. It's mine.
Alright. She turns towards you after examining the item for some time and goes, I did learn what the combination of metals are, but it is quite strange. I haven't seen this type of metal for quite some time. It's known as adamantine, and the other classification of the metal next to it is known as... let's see. Oh man, I literally just remembered the name of the metal and forgot it in a second. It's the dumb name for the Atlantean metal the city's supposedly made out of. What's it called? It starts with an E.
The
Whatever.
city or the metal?
The metal. Like, supposedly Atlantis is made out of this metal. At least according to fables and stories.
Elementum or something?
It doesn't matter. She gives you the name, and it's hard to tell, but more than likely you've only heard this type of metal in rumors and stories. It's a large mixture of copper and some sort of other materials, and however, this is far more technologically based than you had thought. This is more than likely beyond, or if just barely beyond, what is currently available to anyone. Especially with this much mass.
Can I cast Identify on it?
Again, identify just gives you adamantine and then question mark metal. But you now know a name to the metal itself.
Okay.
Beyond that, though, you're gonna have to go speak. Oh, well, I guess your best bet on finding any forgery skills with this is to speak with the current head of the...
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's me breaking up. I'm currently trying to skim through my notes. Claire then simply states, if you want to find out any of the forging skills and mechanics of making this metal, your best bet is going and speaking with the current head of the Bright Blade family.
Sorry, man, I can't do somebody else.
Okay.
This internet's bad.
Yeah.
My man is sliding through the dimensions right now.
I'll keep it simple. She can't help you, but someone named Bright Blade can. If you even heard that.
Something bright blade.
Bright Blade family, right?
The current head of the Bright Blade family, yes. And speaking of which, Ramon then goes, Byroth, you have the blade, right? The Shard of Sin.
He had that.
Ah, that's right. Ah.
Although Sigfold really wanted to steal that.
He really did.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say he had it, showed it to Ramon. He seemed like he'd be willing to do that. Ramon then goes,
I don't know. He was hiding it the whole time, I think.
oh, that's true. It's really important if he shows it or doesn't. Like, quite literally.
I'll-
I'm just gonna say he doesn't to keep this in mind, and then when, or if his internet returns, I'll move on from there.
Just message him.
But in the meantime, he simply states to the rest of the group, alright, beyond this, is there anything else you need to show us? Anything we need to examine before you head out? Anyone you'd like to take with you?
Oh yeah. This reminds me. Fuck accent. No, I can't right now. I'm too mind boggled. The saddle of the Cavalier's gone. I hand him the scraps of it.
Ah, that's fine. Also, the name of the metal is Orichalcum.
Oh, it just completely broke.
Oh, no.
Apparently. Oh no.
My connection's on an all-time low. Wow. Feels good.
Yeah, he's been having internet problems all day, he said.
Ah, bummer. Okay. Ramon basically states, you want to take anyone with you? Discuss before you head out. If you're ready to head out, he'll send you there.
Man, I had an idea, but I think I might get called off for being chaotic evil again. My first idea that came to mind was, hey, let's bring Clara with us. But then I'm like, oh wait, he's laggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Since our healer is now sliding in and out of dimensions, we probably should take a healer. Oh wait, no, never mind. We have Evie, but yeah.
I
So
have a few healing stuff, but not major things.
what we really need is someone to get slapped.
Rialto raises her hand to slap you. No.
Who looks like they can take like the biggest hit?
Where are
In-
In the entire
I mean in this
area?
room.
it would
Not
likely
me.
be Nilla.
All right, I want her with us then.
Boop. She is a half orc Goliath. See. Beyond that, though, Evie, what are you doing currently since you're next to Star?
Don't think Zar's here at the moment.
That's fair. And based on where Maria is, I'm assuming she's just preparing things.
She's just standing around waiting.
I think we're all standing around waiting.
I'm laying down. What do you mean?
Boop.
All right, so this is our current party. All right, it's time for me to. It's time for me to lead this ragtag group of infidels. All right. So oh yeah, we need bleep. We're taking bleep with us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Little cat.
As you begin to wander, to discuss with things, what do you do to prepare, if anything?
Okay, so we're gonna be going out in the heat again, right?
No, you're gonna be teleported. The only
Okay.
thing that B team managed to do was connect a teleportation circle.
Is Evie's wings out?
Technically, no.
Okay.
She always has them out unless otherwise.
No, that's true.
I would instruct her that listen, we're going to Noche. It's time to put those things away.
Probably does so.
Bar, don't touch anybody.
Well, I mean, I think he'll be fine there.
Ro, to take off the blindfold already.
I am super blindfolded tonight.
Damn.
I couldn't get a computer today, guys.
I'm back, sorry.
Welcome
It's
back.
fine.
Put away your goddamn wings. I say, but nicer.
Hell no.
Okay. We're going to Noche though, so.
Oh, are we? Okay. What's up? What up, bitch?
Fuck you, I'll be eaten by vampires. Don't tell me what to do.
I feel old. Alright. We're gonna need some potions.
Well, yeah, what do we still have?
You guys are going to need some potions.
Who the fuck is that in front of me?
That is...
The tank. Her name
That-
is Tank. Don't...
that is Nilla. The mute half-orc Goliath.
Yeah, do they give us any, like, provisions or anything to take with us? Or do we have to, like, go stock up ourselves?
Like before, you are allowed 5 rations, 1 water skin, 2 potions, because they're running low currently at the moment, for different reasons you have yet to establish, and 3 uncommon items of your choice, or under. If you decide to take the same 3, that's up to you.
I need a new item.
I need rations.
You said 2 potions, right?
Yes.
Oh, a dogma. This reminds me of something. So you said we have a house now, right? In Haven.
Yes.
How big is that house?
Big enough to incorporate your entire group and some of the B, C, and D teams.
So it's like a mansion.
Yeah, pretty much.
I, at some point during those months, would like to go into the slums and attempt to hire people to work there.
That's easily enough doable.
And the only people I'll hire are the people who fail looking into my eyes.
So you hire a total of 3 people.
So only 3 people failed the con save?
For a couple of days, weeks, I would say that Evie and Maria have been kind of living on their own.
That's perfectly fine. I mean, there's houses and stuff to rent. It's just they've established the house for you guys, so you don't have to continually to spend 5 gold a night.
Yeah. Fucking... Sorry, I'm looking at the item list.
I would like one of those shields that float around me. I cannot remember the name of it.
Flying shield.
Animated.
And I would like an animated shield, yeah. Is that possible to get?
Yeah, uncommon and under. Perfectly fine.
Is it uncommon?
I don't know about that.
Animated shield is uncommon.
Alright, shit. Not that then.
But the free things you can get are 5 rations, 1 water skin, 1 rope, 2 potions this time, and 3 uncommon and under items.
I want a bag of holding.
Just let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm just looking through the fucking list, trying to see what there is.
Actually, I want a hat of disguise. It's an uncommon item.
Okay, I'll take the bag of holding then.
Okay. So, Dogma, how many of the people that you said only 3 people failed that con save?
I thought you said that passed. That didn't look into your eyes.
Oh, no, I need people who, I'm only hiring the people who failed that con save.
Oh, then you hire like 17 people.
Excellent.
You have to pay them.
I only need 10.
You just have to pay them.
That's fine, as long as they're thralls.
Yeah.
Since I
Ma-
won't be able to fly, might as well take that.
It makes it easier because I can't have anyone stealing my stuff.
I mean, I guess.
And it also makes sense for me because if they're from the slums, they're obviously going to be a lot cheaper to hire. And it wouldn't be that weird to have a bunch of people just in my house if I went to the slums and hired a bunch of people. It's all about that loyalty.
You can also hire people outside of the slums.
Yeah, but then like, it's also not going to be that weird if they also live in the house to like clean it and stuff like that. I just need thralls of Dogma, and I just need these thralls to clean my house.
The feeling when I want to take the gauntlets of orc power.
You could totally get that. I mean, Byroth has a bag of holding, so like we needed one.
Yeah.
What I did even ask for? I can't even remember, to be honest with you. Oh, had a disguise. If you want the galas, I can take the bag of holding.
Oh, I don't mind.
I could take the bag of holding. I don't have anything.
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
Okay.
I'll take the bag of holding.
Alright.
More than one person can have the same thing.
Fine. I'll have a bag of holding too.
Copy. No, just kidding.
I am.
I took a broom of flying again because I was just like, well, if I can't fly with my wings.
Rumor flying is fun.
Okay, so you took a
Turn into
broom
giant-
of flying and a witch hat. Got it.
Yeah. A witch hat will kind of fit as well.
Now these are things we have to give back at the end, right?
Yep.
Yes. Unless you continuously keep getting the same items.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna keep taking the rod of the Pack Keeper and the Ring of Mind Shielding.
Okay, instead of a bag of holding, I'm getting sending stones. Can I give one of those to Maria?
Easily. With that being said, your walkie-talkies are literal sending stones.
That
Oh
is a
yeah,
good
what was
point.
that thing that I could
But
take
that's-
pictures with?
Did we get walkie-talkies? Because we didn't have ones initially.
Actually, yes. Relta, what was that?
What was that thing that I could take pictures with?
Oh, right. If you had 100 gold, you can buy a ruby slab, which is basically a smartphone.
I'm doing that.
Cool. Also, welcome back, Soap.
Can I get a removable rod?
If
I
it's
need a very sturdy selfie stick. No, just kidding. I don't actually want that.
So I bought myself a ruby slab. Minus 100 gold. Cool.
So, what do we do? Sorry.
And we're just shopping right now. We're gonna go on a. We're getting prepared to go on this thing that we're supposed to do.
currently you are shopping, you get free. I mean, technically, you're renting all this stuff out, so you get it all free unless you decide to buy stuff. 5 rations, 1 rope, 2 standard health potions, and 3 items of uncommon and below.
Of course, my connection. Thanks for doing this. Alright, moving on. I'll just take this crap out of that.
So my ruby slab thing or whatever, my smartphone thing, does it only work if somebody else has one?
No, as long as you're connected to a grid system, it should work. Basically, you need a hub connection. Each established city has one. You can't get service outside of town, obviously. You can't get service underneath the ground unless there's an underground city. But if you're within a city zone, your works just fine.
And I could take pictures with it.
Yes.
I could do that anywhere though, right?
Yes, that is perfectly
Cool.
fine.
Alright, thank you.
What about apps?
There are games on the said device.
Yes.
Okay. So we're ready to go now? Dogma. How much would 10 rations set me back from the market?
If you're buying them outside of the rations they give you, it would be 25 gold.
There you go, Rex. You're welcome.
Do we get badges? Because that depends on if I take stones or not.
Ramon does give you and Maria the option of joining Section 9 as a liaison from your city. He simply states, "We do need an established and working connection with each city. If you'd like, you can join my group. Obviously, the pay is fairly well, and as long as there's no needing to complete a mission, you're free to do what you will. But we do need to establish this information gathering. But beyond that, it's entirely up to you if you decide to join or not." We do need the people. We do need the resource. And we do need a working connection with your city. So the choice is entirely up to you.
I'll just go over to Maria and talk with her a bit about it and just ask her if she's alright with it. If Rex is there.
Oh yeah. Well, it's obvious Maria wouldn't Care, it's up to you.
Maria, 10 rations would set you back 25 gold. It is
Yeah,
possible
I've
to
marked
buy
that down.
that. It would cost roughly 900 gold. Within Section 9, out of Section 9, it would cost you 2,000 gold.
Okay. Maria will then discreetly take it from Section 9.
That's easily enough done. You go to the
Okay.
weapon specialist within Section 9. They hand you it off screen. Everyone else does the same thing, handing you it off screen, unless you decide to go to the actual item repository. Either way, perfectly fine.
I still don't take rations.
It's up to you. But you decided to take Nilla and Bleep with you. Beyond that, is there anything else you want to do?
I was about to say Evie and Maria would sign up with Section 9 then.
Alright. Claire then hands you both badges. Each badge will connect you with the rest of the team. As long as you're within a city, the hub system should connect you and establish a connection from there to here. So far, these are considered sending stones. You can communicate with anyone else that possesses one. The range is unlimited unless you're outside of a city. Then the scope becomes a finite point. But more than likely, your group should be fine. Unless you somehow split into a different dimension. Beyond that, we did establish with you each item you've gathered. Each ration you've taken. Is there anything else before you head out?
Did you beat that fire stuff? Identify table clicker, offload the shard to the section. What can you turn the shell into?
So you allow Ramon to examine the shard of sin.
Yeah.
Okay, then this changes a few things now. Claire's not there. She goes off and gets your supplies.
Okay.
When she's
The
gone,
story of my internet shit there.
that's fine. Ramon tells you all to gather closer. Bleep and Nilla are currently just... Bleep's learning sign language. Oh wait, Star's not going. My bad. You all gather around Ramon after he tells you to gather, which would make sense. Ramon then states, what we have here, what you've found, is something known as a shard of sin. A long time ago, there was a device that used all 7 shards that cast and destroyed something quite powerful. It locked it away in a tomb. It then shattered itself and became a key. Unless all 7 are found, the tomb cannot be opened again, and whatever is found in there cannot be unleashed. What you found might unlock the other locations of the keys. Do be cautious and do be wary wherever you go. There are people hunting out these things. So do be careful, and be careful not to show them. If you want, I can hold it for you, but the choice is up to you. These things are cursed, but I have placed an Eon Stone upon it, allowing it to be neutralized. So if anyone wants to wield it, they can now. But do be cautious whenever you find one of these things. Me and a few others have been looking for them to make sure they're out of the reach of anyone else. But if you
What
decide
type
to...
of weapon is it? Oh, God.
It's quite alright. It is a weapon that emerges and manifests something within you. There are 7 attributes to these weapons. Gluttony, lust, vengeance, anger, etc., etc. The 7 deadly sins are the most practical name for them, but each one manifests this point within you, manifesting it to the surface and allowing it to reach out from you. Ultimately, this is a shard of lust, so your charm capabilities would increase. Your charisma would adapt to a higher scale. Much more likely, you'd go from, let's take Byroth for example, tough and greedy into a handsome debonair showman. Or take me for example, slobby and scientist into a more handsome and regal scientist.
Someone who owns a brush. Oh, my bad.
I own many brushes now. Again, I have an adopted daughter and a technical second adopted daughter who is currently in school, which you guys know at this point, obviously. So I have many brushes now. None my size, but I do have them. But regardless of that, you now possess something that is of great danger. Again, if you want me to hold it, I will. But if you decide to wield it yourselves, do be careful.
What type of weapon does the Shard of Lust feel like?
Now it should simply work to your benefit, as I've attached the nullification item. It'd enhance your ability by 5 for your charisma. Persuasion would go up by 2. And deception would go up by 2 as well. If your charisma goes beyond 20, it would go beyond that point.
Well, what do you guys think? Charisma is my specialty.
That's where did soap go? Oh, dang it.
Soap,
Oh.
soap's
Yeah,
never
that's
committed
done.
seppuku.
Oh my gosh. It's like important shit for him. I don't know.
Internet.
I know. Can we wait to decide that until later?
I mean, now you're really deciding if Ramon holds it or not, or you guys keep it or not. Honestly, it doesn't need to be decided now. But you know Ramon specifically knows what this is and has been hunting it down with another group. Like, maybe not another group of Section 9, but his own personal group, which you now know of. Ultimately, you guys can decide to keep it or not. You just know that he knows what this is. And
Personally,
then Claire comes back. So you guys can decide later and say, oh, it's here, oh, it's there.
For now, Barrett just puts it back in his bag probably until later.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's go then. To the teleportation thingy.
Okie dokie.
I would have most definitely summoned Max. I would have most definitely summoned Maximilian at some point during this month. Because he should have already been over and sent the message over to Noche.
Did manage to get there with 1 hit point, because I said he'd get there with 1 hit point. Rested for the night. Fully recovered, headed back. Nearly died getting here because of the birds. Rested another night. Or you unsummoned him. You got the message.
I was just gonna resummon him.
And then, like a day later, you resummoned.
Yeah.
But, yeah, a lot of dangerous things out there.
So, before the Lagamortis claims you again, do you know what the Shard of Lust does? I'll take that as a no.
Oh.
Who are you asking?
Soap.
Soap.
Hello?
Okay.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah,
Feels
you probably
bad.
got me for like 10 seconds. What do you ask me? Come on.
The paperclip
I-
remover.
Plus.
Hang on. I have to answer these first before anything else happens. The paperclip remover adds an additional bite mechanic to any item you have. Say you have a blade. If you manage to hit with the blade, the then attached paperclip remover would inflict a plus d4 damage in addition. It's basically a keychain thing that you attach to any object, which is actually pretty cool.
Sweet.
The Shard of
Yeah, it
Sin
goes on.
adds a +5 to
Go
your charisma, a +2 to your persuasion, and a +2 to your deception. If it goes beyond 20, it goes beyond 20.
Oh, dang.
And the Eggshell Shield is a +3 shield. It is a pearlescent item.
Dang. Love it.
I was saying that I wanted the shard of lust because it would help me with my charming abilities.
Currently, Ramon has neutralized its curse, so now it just works as an item. But you know Ramon knew what this is and has been hunting these things down. He decided to tell you and said, if you keep it or not, it is entirely up to you. Either house it here and I'll keep it safe, or keep it with you, but be careful and wary on who and where you show it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I want Caitlin to have that power.
This
Why?
choice is up to you.
Sure, yeah, I'll let Ramon hang on to it.
Okay.
Sorry, team. And why? It's because you want to drink our blood, that's why. You don't need extra persuasion for that.
I never rolled persuasion for that. Plus,
Yeah,
Relsa really wants me to drink her blood for some reason.
No. Only that one time when I thought you were mad at me and it was your fault, so never mind.
The spear would
Now I'm
cost
just
you
mad at you.
100 gold. If you bought it from Section 9. Outside of Section 9, 300 gold.
How much would a +2 cost then?
200 gold in Section 9, 600 gold out of Section 9.
Okay, I'm getting a +2 spear at section 9 then. And giving 200 gold.
Okay, easily enough done. Let's see, beyond that, Ramon then, and Claire also states, is there anything else you need?
Nothing I need. I'm ready to go.
Alright.
I'm ready to go.
Byroth hands
Or
up.
I'll just take the same stuff as this time. But yeah, let's go to the chart.
Okay. Byroth hands over the blade. You know that Maria and Evie are now part of Section 9, Team 10 Division, otherwise known as your group. Ramon then takes out what appears to be it almost resembles that of a pill case, but it is black and adorned with strange runic symbols. As he opens it, you see 7 slots with 2 slots already filled in with something. However, as he puts the blade near it, the blade shrinks down and then fills in a 3rd slot. He closes it and puts it in his coat. He and Claire then move over towards this machine on the other side of the room. After a few seconds, Ramon then states, "Alright, I'm about to head and send you there. Anything else before you head out? Anything else you want to say to someone? It's possible you will not make it back. It is that dangerous."
We're going to Noche, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm immediately putting my wings in after my conversation's finished with Maria.
They're not exactly friendly to strangers, and even less friendly to humans. If anyone wants to,
Yay!
Yay!
if
Can we
anyone,
get you like some fake horns or something to put on?
I was just about to ask if anyone wants to look less human. I do have these fake horns, these fake cat ears, these fake imp horns, a few other assortments. You see bunny ears and like random stuff. He then like tosses your group a box of fake ears.
Evie's taking the fake bunny ears.
Maria will do it properly and find items that will hide Evie looking like a human and disguise her better than she can probably disguise herself. Apparently not.
I would
What's up?
recommend you guys. I would recommend highly you guys get a hat of disguise. If you're afraid of them understanding your human nature.
I mean, it's not exactly human nature in my situation.
Ah, yes, the delicacy that you are.
Honestly, these ears and stuff inside are on point. Even with a 10,
Yeah.
she clearly looks like she has rabbit ears. That's literally what you did. You picked something out, it was rabbit ears, and you put it on her. But they look naturally there.
Perfection.
Mwah. I am a bunny girl now. My dreams have come true.
One step at a time.
Maria, do you put anything on yourself? The box does contain other things like tails, hoof shoes, fake wings, non-angel, but like succubus wings and stuff like that.
Yes, let me put my angel. Fake angel wings. What am I resorting?
I want the
Maria
angel wings,
will
no, doggo.
scavenge through the box, take out some items, disappear somewhere to get changed, and then come back with fox ears and a tail, essentially.
All right, easy enough and done. Ramon then looks at the rest of your team. Star goes over, grabs the box, brings it back. Begins to play dress up, and the rest of the team is currently glowing. I'm about to send you there. If anything else happens, let me know. You're in a hub city, so I can make contact with you. Beyond that, don't be crude, don't be harsh, don't die, and whoever this J person is, make contact with them as soon as possible. I'm not
Myra-
Byroth
Just
be
J
30%
person
less
look like?
Byroth.
Railtel, what was that?
What does this J person look like?
The person underneath your group, Rexar simply states, human-like woman, brimmed green hat, green clothes, orange regalia. Kind of looks like autumn colors. Kind of hard to miss.
Okay.
Red hair.
100 gold says I miss her.
Probably the only human-looking person in town, honestly.
Alright. I asked question. Okay.
Yeah, it is concerning because you've just been told humans are not like there, and apparently there's a human there. However,
Yeah.
as that is said, you are teleported there.
Yay, we're Noche now.
Yeah,
You're all gonna die.
You're literally thrown smack dab in the middle of the city because they literally ran and made the circle.
Did you say her name was Jay?
Uh-huh.
I can guess who Jay is.
Huh. I wonder who.
It's a mystery.
It's really not.
Jay's a character at Dogma played at a campaign in the past. I didn't recognize the name, but I recognized the picture. The evil criminal that she is.
Oh.
Jaywalking.
I can see her on screen.
It's not
As you-
very inclusive at
As you enter inside, you do see various people. Tieflings, goblins, these strange jellyfish-like creatures just floating in the air. Buildings made out of stone, made out of concrete, made out of nothing living. The ground itself has no sand, no dirt, no weeds. The air is made out of darkness. There's a brimming, glowing shadow around you. No sun. As you look into the sky, there is nothing but shadow and a rocky edge. You look around, and you're literally in the shadow itself. Don't know where you are, but you're definitely not in Haven.
There. This is an unnatural place. We should do our business here and leave.
I think we should stay a while, personally.
Weeds, not we.
I heard.
Yeah, no weeds. We should do our business and leave.
I think you should try really hard to embrace new locations.
Okay, Doug, nothing is living here. I understand how that's okay for you, but it's not natural.
That's perfectly natural.
As you all arrive, looking towards you, Caitlin, this tiefling man looks towards you, bows, and to the rest simply states, "Why are you here? What brings you to the City of Night?"
Well, I'm looking for someone who resembles a human. I believe her name was Jay. She had a green hat, amber hair.
Oh, that one.
Descriptives.
If I may be so blunt, miss, that one isn't exactly favored here. If you do speak with her, I do suggest you do it in secret, lest your reputation take a hit.
Don't worry. I already planned to.
Kind of. The ears do move as long as your head does. They kind of naturally move the way they should.
Just play Fearbog. We've got elf bunny ears.
Beyond that, though, the tiefling then goes, "If that is your sole desire, mistress." But to the rest of the team, he just looks at them, glares, and walks away. You can find her further northeast.
I just realized as soon as he's talking, I'm just gonna tuck my fucking holy symbol underneath my armor because it's a bad idea just to have it out.
Oh, quick question. What god does she worship?
Fuck, don't know how to pronounce it. Hang on.
Just type it.
Elduff, which is the goddess of peace.
Your holy symbol begins to glow, not a shining, brimming beacon of hope, but it glows and you notice it. You quickly put it away and you feel a warmth coming from it, as if it's trying to protect you from this city.
All I can think about is right now is the fucking Simpsons meme where it's just like, haha, I'm in danger.
I mean, the city is cold. There's nothing to protect you or keep you in heat. So honestly, the holy symbol is quite warm.
Mm.
So it does help if only by cosmetic means. But
You get it. We should get out of here. You don't like this place either.
in the distance, however, you do see the person known as Jay, the only human person here. Maybe. You also were told that you need to speak with the Council of Five before you really do anything else. But speaking
Oh,
with
dear
Jay
Lord.
isn't exactly anything else. By that I mean like shopping here, going to the library, committing arson, stuff like that.
I'm sorry, Dogma. What happened for the past 5 minutes? Soap's lag infected me.
The tiefling said, be careful when speaking with the J. No one really likes her. So if you do so discreetly, or else your reputation will likely take a hit. Then he pretty much just snarled at the rest of the group, spit on the ground, and then walked away. Currently, the area is extremely cold, but that means nothing to you, Caitlin. The only thing that happened really is Evie's holy symbol is currently lightly glowing and is the only thing of warmth in this city.
Does it hurt?
No, it's not that extreme.
Okay. I'm going to write a note and put it on the Pegasus and have him instruct her to go instruct Jay that I need to talk to her and that I would like for us to meet at blah 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 wherever my manor is.
Okay. I mean, you can speak with her now, like quite literally. I mean, your reputation is high, maybe high enough to just speak with her up in the open. The only thing is if you really don't want to take a risk. But that's up to you.
I don't. That's why I'm sending Maximilian to go do this stuff for me.
Okay. Ah, man, that's
Don't
total
we
bummer.
have like a telepath?
You do. But this is funnier because this is exactly what she would do, and you're sending the horse to do it again. As
We
it
don't have a telepath.
Oh, not anymore. That's true.
What about my little ruby tablet thing? Can it talk to? Can I?
You can
use
send
that?
messages, but you don't know if she has one.
Oh,
But as the Dark Pegasus enters into the area, it bends down to give the message. She retrieves it, and then shatters the Pegasus in twain. Like, quite literally, it's not made out of glass, but it shattered like glass. You don't know what the heck she did, but your spell has been severed.
That's
It's on a
fine.
cooldown
Wait, she
of
did this in front
24 hours.
of all of us?
The entire town, technically.
Okay. Yeah, it really is completely hiding behind Evie now.
But-
Caitlin will turn around now.
Quite literally, your spell is on lock for 24 hours.
That's fine. I
That's-
don't need it in this town.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Caitlin's gonna turn around and look at you guys. I shall now take you to my manor. Follow me.
okay.
There's no need for this drab clothing right now. She grabs the shadows of her armor and tosses it off.
Man, I made your manor a long time ago, and I really need to find that map now.
Yep.
So, is this an actual place, or this is like magical?
This is an I don't ha- this is a place in this town.
So
Caitlin
that's
has the
why you
house.
have high reputation here.
She's a noble.
Just a question, Dogma. Do you want me to try and find a manor in future for Evie's house, or?
Yeah, sure, if you don't want the DM to do it.
I don't mind either way, but it might be easier.
It probably would. You know what? I'm just gonna use your guys' base as your manor. Cause that's simpler for me. And I'm just gonna describe your manor. You should be there. As you head over to this strange, almost dark statue-like structure, you enter towards it and you see a bright 5-story tower emitting from it. It doesn't appear that it's made of stone, but upon it you do see what appear to be gargoyles literally embedded from the stone itself. Around it you see wire, but the wire itself is not of flesh and is not of steel, but that of nature. There are roots attached and surrounding it, but the vines around seem to be in a chain-like structure, that of barbed wire and less of nature itself. It is a mixture of true Gothic architecture and that of nature. Whatever this place is, it is home to one of you.
Damn.
Sorry, real quick.
Feels
Did
bad.
we did the horse deliver the message?
The horse did
Yes.
deliver the message. Afterwards, it literally got shattered into glass.
Okay,
It
sorry.
went
Thank you.
poof.
Yeah, I got that part. I just wasn't sure if it delivered the message. Oh, thank you.
Currently, the rest of the rooms are not accessible to anyone else except for Caitlin, technically. There is, for everyone else, a roaring fire set by one of the thralls. You don't know they are thralls. By one of the butlers in here. The rest of them seem to be waiting on Caitlin in hand and foot. Sigvald is currently away on mission for her, more than likely to establish a connection with the Council of Five. One of the thralls comes over and simply looks around the rest of you, waiting for Caitlin for any orders.
Joseph, these are comrades of mine for the time being. I want you to take care of them as you should. Understand?
Very good, my lady. The rest of you, you are here. You must be dressed appropriately. Come with me. As he leads you into another room, he simply sets out clothing for you. Do be kind and courteous. Do be cautious and careful. While you are not human, my mistress can only protect you so much. So do not become a burden to her. Becoming a burden to her means I have to deal with you. And I do so hate throwing out the trash. He sets
Yeah,
up.
so unless fancy clothes for Byroth or like a tabard or a cloak or something that he can wear over his armor, not here.
It is actually. Like he sets up everything precisely to your actual styles themselves. It is all dark and it is all fine like again, more in the gothic style. Ralta, instead of bright cheery pastel coloring, it's more grayscale. Bleep literally has on like one of those tuxedo cat suits. And Maria and Evie basically have ball gowns on.
I swear to
Maria
God, I had.
wouldn't change clothes. Unfortunately, it's not in her nature to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I had images for this.
uh, as you back and enter inside, he does hear the doorbell ring. If you'll excuse me, mistress, I do have to attend to the rest of the house. If you need anything, you can simply ask, and the house will provide.
As always.
Like, quite
Ah,
literally, you know the house is enchanted by druids of high caliber. So the house literally extends out, and the gargoyles that were embedded literally into the stone structure, they actually come out and tend to you.
Excellent.
It's a creepy house. I'm really sad I didn't get the map.
It's the good.
I'm sorry, can that be my token?
Yeah. Sure. As you guys are talking it with Jay, I'll try to quickly make the token.
Oh, help do that.
So you took your armor off.
It's a whose arm?
You breastplate.
Talking
Announcing
about Caitlyn took her arm off? Oh,
Oh
sorry.
no, you can like summon yours. I'm talking about Evie Breakblade over there.
announcing Madame J. Apparently, she says you have spoken with her about meeting. Shall I dispose of her for you?
Take her to my private study.
Very good. It would
Can't
be.
have any scrying eyes on my conversation, can we?
He goes over towards the right bottom room and then moves forwards. She has been set there. Yet if any moment she tries to hinder you, please allow the house or myself to know.
Well, of course. In 1 hour, please prepare
Very good.
the usual for me and the organic kind.
Understood. So
Technically, they both.
much love towards these
Die.
simpletons.
Well, that was fucking harsh.
Byroth loves all this, by the way, because I'm assuming that these accoutrements, the outfits we're given, are well crafted. He's all
Oh,
about craft.
they are on
and stuff.
point. Like, everything
Oh,
is
for fuck-
refined.
Got one of
Can I change
those
my
clothes like Jon Snow style. Like
There's
might
all you
be
great
dark
fucks in
purple.
fancy
shoulders,
dress, and then there's
everything else is
Maria.
black.
Okay, which one? I can't decide now.
Decide one on now, and then next session I'll get the hat off of one and put it on the other one.
Fuck it, second one.
As long as you keep the hat, it's worth it.
All right. Basically, it's up to you now. You guys can speak with Jay, ignore her, and go to the Council of Five in town. Which, Caitlin, you would know is the Council of the Five Families.
I have to deal with this first, then that's when I'll go there after. Evie, Miss Evie
Yes, Miss Caitlin?
and Byroth, do follow me, please.
Concern. I will follow though.
I mean, you can all go, but it is Caitlin's house.
Maria will instinctively follow Evie.
I'm sitting behind my office chair. It's like no chairs in this room.
It was supposed to be. Doesn't matter.
I know, but like I'm saying, there's only 2 chairs in this room, like for 2 people that sit down.
Oh yeah, of course.
So someone's got to stand.
As you head into your study, Evie and Maria likely join you because they said they would. Entering inside, you do see that the person is waiting. They seem to be there and punctual. Yes, you called. I guess.
My apologies for the wait I have made you endure.
Uh,
I had some urgent business to attend to before our meeting can be completely private.
think nothing of it. I was just simply bored in town. So, what can I help you with?
I am told that you can provide information that I desperately desire.
If it's information you want, I can simply provide it for you. What is it?
A dog. I'm drawing a hard blank on what Ramon needed us to do.
Information on
Also,
the populace.
terrible intro to the negotiation, telling you're desperate right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Be gone, metal.
The basic information that Ramon wanted was the population in town, the area surrounding it, the geography, the ecology.
Oh, that's easy. What?
Don't you already know that? Or
Yes. What the hell did I invite her in my house for?
Basically, you.
Just told.
Oh, I already made the token. I'm just setting it up for you to control.
Okay.
Alright, you should have control of this token as soon as it appears.
I don't have control.
What? That makes no sense. But the other team, Team B, did state that if you want to make contact with someone in town that knows a little bit more about the city, is why you thought you needed to speak with her, I am assuming.
Listen, I'm gonna bullshit my way through this real quick, Dogma. Prepare yourself for in advance.
Fair enough.
Trump in word soup.
You now have control, or should have control.
Yeah. Sorry.
Caitlin gestures to a seat. There's only one. I'm not making more. Do take a. She gestures to all. As if saying, one of you take the seat.
I look at Byron.
What am I doing?
Whatever you
like
what
in
do you
the
want to do?
No,
door.
you didn't invite me into your secret meeting.
Basically, you're behind the door with Byroth, like, basically, if you ever seen, the Three Stooges, you're by the door just curling your head around where the opening is, just looking inside. No one, like, closed the door. so
Like
it's-
this Scooby.
Yes, Scooby-Doo would
Like
be
this-
another term.
Also, I'm not play on my stupid
Byron-
tablet
Yeah.
to play video games.
I don't really want this tablet, stupid tablet.
God, it's fucking
Byron
fucking Angry
shift
Birds.
so that you can get in, but he wants to be. Byron will shift so you can go in, but he wants to like be the door.
No, I'll sit right next to the door and just play games and eavesdrop.
Alright, easy
Just
enough.
like 8-bit sounds.
Yeah.
You begin to play a game called Guns, Guns, and More Guns, which is a game that mainly technomancers play. However, go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw.
Roll for me, so can you?
Yeah.
You should still have access to her character sheet.
Intimidating.
What do I have to roll?
Charisma saving throw.
Why did you have to do this to me? I'm just.
It takes you a while, but you kind of get absorbed into the game. You lose track of time and you completely forget about the conversation. But
Dang.
now you know how to use a gun, how to maintain it, how to properly equip it. You now have access to the gunslinger feat, which basically means you can now equip guns.
Oh.
The druid with a
Dang,
Glock.
girl.
Video games made me violent. Litless.
I don't even want Byroth to be able to use guns, but I think that's what he'd be far more interested in.
Oh, can I get Evie to use the guns so I can do the I'm a healer but me?
But the game is basically duck hunt, but then you have to maintain and properly equip your gun.
Gunslinger feet.
Awesome.
Byroth, in the meantime, is paying attention and doesn't have a video game, so he has to actually look inside.
Yep.
Jay then
You can always
goes,
turn around.
"So, what you need me for? Bit of magic, bit of the new school, bit of the old school. I basically do both trades."
How would you like a position working for me?
"No, I reckon I don't. You seem nice enough, but you seem like one of those, oh, look, I'm gonna thrall you. I've been there before. Would not want to do it again. I mean, it didn't happen the first time. I killed them before they get a chance. But you never
If
know."
I wanted to thrall you, wouldn't I have already tried to do so when you walked through the door?
You would have tried. Would have figured out I can't be thralled. And then things would have been awkward.
Truly.
Okay, duh, no one is trying to thrall anyone. Moving on.
Either way, I don't really reckon I want this job.
Stable work environment. Get to make new connections.
Seems rather boring, honestly.
I thought the whole job was to say what is. Wait, the whole point we are here is you talk, we give you money, you leave. Easy job.
Well, then what you fixing to do? Bomb the city, protect people, save the enslaved people, races, etc. I mean, you seem like you're from here, Miss. Looking towards Caitlin, but the rest of you seem like outsiders. Especially the one back there playing a duck hunt. As as Ralta is currently just literally playing duck hunt.
I have a hood. I pull it over my head further so she can
You
see.
can have a hood.
XDT phase activate.
It's fine. But Jay looks at the group and goes, "So, what you really here after?"
Okay, I wasn't here for the beginning, so I honestly don't know.
Basically, you were just here to gather information about the populace, the ecology, the geography, the town's structured makeup, so people, when ready, can begin the process of making a safe passage system. Jay was just a connection you could use.
We want to know more about this place, so I think we can set up trade.
Not necessary. I'll handle that later, Byroth.
Nah, if you're looking for that, I can easily do it. Do you want the normal standard things people know? Or you want the things that only a few people know? Mainly the 5 clans.
I'd rather you not tell them anything.
I
about
reckon
the
you
5
couldn't stop
clans.
me if you tried. But if you paid me well enough, I could perhaps be persuaded.
We already know everything everyone knows. Madam Caitlin here knows such things. We come to you for specialist information, things only you would know.
The only thing I would know that no one else would know would probably be the way to use magic. At least the new way to use magic. I did do a bit of training down in Haven. Learned a good deal about the... By the, what does he call himself nowadays? The dean? The principal? It doesn't really matter. But the person currently... I wouldn't say controlling, but leading the school. He
This is
taught me
a-
how to do it, so only he
This
and I would
is-
probably know.
This is a type of magic for humans.
No, not for humans. Simply a different way to use magic. Normally, it require you natural skill, maybe decades of learning books, a toad's hair, a bit of, I don't know, looks towards Evie, a rabbit's foot. But no, this one literally uses a combination of, well, let's just call it a new way of doing things.
Okay, just out of character for a second. The world we live in, humans can't usually use magic, right?
The current world you reside in, humans are the least able to tap into magic itself. The ones
Yeah, it's rare. So
thing-
she's
yeah.
talking about a type of magic that would be new and possibly accessible to more people, more humans.
humans, elves, drow, whatever Caitlyn is, whatever Evie is currently at the moment. She's talking about something that goes beyond the current knowledge of magic. Beyond sorcery, wizards, warlocks. Something more.
But Byroth is kind of racist against you.
I mean, you don't know if Jay is human or not, but she looks the most human out of everyone in the town, which is likely why they don't like her or trust her. That and probably because she literally blew up Caitlyn's horse.
Can I make some sort of a check to determine whether or not she's human?
You can try to see if they're human or not, but that would probably be a high perception check. If you want to see if they're telling the truth, it'd be insight. You can either just straight up say, "Hey, you human?" And they seem to be honest enough to answer.
This kind of magic, it is accessible to anyone through study and practice.
Well, once you get the basics down, it rarely takes any study or practice at all. Think of it in a simple term, I suppose I could phrase it. You know math, you know adding, subtracting, I assume. Think of this more as calculus. Something goes beyond it, something that incorporates it but then moves past it.
And it is comparable in power to the sort of magic that is channeled by wizards, warlocks, clerics who worship gods.
No, it goes beyond it. Most other magic wielders use the source, the very structure of the weave, or at least the way they know it. Even sorcerers themselves, even though it's born from them, they still use it. The new school goes beyond it.
At this point, I would like to incite him to see if he's telling her, if he's telling.
Go for it. I mean, they are wearing billowy clothing, so it could be a guy. I don't know. Not too feminine, but not too masculine either.
This individual.
Yeah.
This possibly human androgynous figure.
When my stuff loads, can I also jump in on this insight?
Go for it. Both of
Another
you-
10. Oh, roll a fucking roll.
Both of you believe that she's, or he, I'm just gonna go with she because it seems simpler that way, seems to be telling the truth. Regardless of what you know of magic, this is something different, the way she's describing it. And by the way they're describing it, it is terrifying of a concept. If it goes beyond it, which is what I'm going to refer to Evie's question now, it likely means it has no cap. Meaning it likely can produce spells beyond level 9.
Yeah, okay, so Byroth is super concerned about it. This is like and you will tell us this for money, for gold.
I can tell you where to access it at least. I can't exactly tell you my specific spells because, well, that'd be mine. Everyone that begins to dive into this process basically develops their own spell pool. Think of it this way. You know, Melf's acid arrow. Obviously, the man had to create it. This would be you forming your own spells, your own school, your own thought process on how magic would work. Everyone's different, and if I taught you my way, you'd simply follow under my footsteps. It would lead you nowhere. It's not like you know what I think, anyways.
Interesting.
You offer then to show us or lead us to where you acquired your powers.
No.
Those who taught you.
If you want to go there, simply go to Haven, find the dean of the school, and he can teach you. I simply offer you a way to open your mind to allow the process to begin. But if you want to do it safely, I suppose you can go to school.
Farah believes her, so we came here for information. This seems even more valuable.
I'm curious though. Why are you in Noche anyways?
Before that, I'm going to answer Evie's question. It's quite honestly the same. Your faith, your magic, the way you initialize it. If your faith, if your hopes and dreams and desires can outmatch it, then magic itself, as long as it's your magic, it would incorporate it, advance it, and allow it to have shape and new life. It wouldn't be greater, but it would definitely be more. But getting back on topic, yes, I am in a Noche for a reason. I am here to find my sister. Or my sibling at the very least. Who knows? Maybe they're a thrall now. Could not be my sister, but something else. In which case I'd have to kill her. But that's beside the point.
Would you like some aid in this endeavor?
Not
as a
really.
resident?
You simply slow me down. If you're a resident here, that means you're governed by the bylaws. Its system, its way of doing things. I am not part of the five families. Many people don't care for me. So I can simply do as I please, and as long as I can beat anyone out there, I can simply get away with it. Generally, white people are frowned whenever they see me. Likely, white people don't speak with me. They think I'm gonna kill them, and they're likely right. Or at least explode them into glass like I did your horse.
I'm not concerned about that horse.
What quantity would it take for us for you to tell us begin?
No, the beginning fee would be 500 gold. If you want to do it safely, it'd be 1,000. But doing it unsafely would be a 50-50 shot, and even then it'd just give you a point of exhaustion. And you seem to have plenty of beds in here, so sleeping it off would probably be the easiest thing to do.
Question, what was the question that Byroth answered? Because I could not understand Legomus Prime.
How much would it cost to begin the process?
Okay.
Come on, man. You gotta look in between the leg and use those context clues for each fucking consonant he said.
What was the answer to that?
500 gold to do it unsafely, 1,000 gold to do it safely. But even then, unsafely, if you failed, would only give you a point of exhaustion. And then she made a joke about how many beds are in here, and you can easily just sleep it off if that happens.
Can we do the same process with the person you were taught by?
Oh, yeah, I reckon. He wouldn't charge you, but you'd be back in Haven, and I doubt you'd really want to spend a month of travel back. She wouldn't know you were from there. I doubt you'd want to spend a half a month's travel getting down there.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, well, all fair and good. If you don't want to take my tutoring, then that's perfectly fine. You said you wanted me here for a reason. If you don't want me here, I'd easily just leave.
How long would it take to open my mind, in a sense?
Could take a minute, could take an hour. Depends on how tightly knit you are with your own thoughts and patterns.
Caitlin takes out 1,000 gold and puts it on the table.
Byroth will walk over and push the gold back into your hand and pull out one of the big gold rubies and put it on the table for everyone here.
Yeah, because that would. I think it was 20,000 gold.
It was 2,500.
Wait, what the fuck do you have?
Giant
I have
rubies.
2
Oh.
giant rubies from the tower, and they're
2,500.
worth 2,500.
Makes you paying for your fucking education.
That's only enough for all 5 of us unsafely.
Oh no, Evie's not doing it, so.
Yeah, I was about to say, you gotta make. I was gonna say you have to make sure that people who want it done to them.
Well, if they don't want it, we can just upgrade to safety for the people who want it.
If you don't want it, that's perfectly fine. I'll just say that if you do it, and if you already have magic, it just blends in with it. Think of it this way. If you already have magic and use mending, you can create a new spell, create a new cantrip, create a new first level. Simple as that. Fresh start, but losing nothing.
I want to insight that losing nothing part. I really don't believe there's got to be a catch.
Go for it.
Yeah.
If we can insight as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's 20 stuff.
The double.
Finally, a
18.
good roll.
Can I insight as well?
You can.
From rolling only 2s to rolling a 19.
Hey!
Alright,
I still rolled better.
every one of you believes her. Evie, however, you know you would be losing something. You'd be losing money.
Except for I already paid for it.
I'm
Oh.
paying my own 1,000.
Oh
Still.
no. Where would I get money from?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it simply because I want to do it at the school.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I mean, honestly, you can just... She doesn't know, so you can teleport back at the school and do it for probably free. Here, though, you know that it's possible to do it. If you do manage to pay for it and do it safely, like, this is honestly the actual truth. So Maria and Evie both get it. The rest of you believe her, honestly. You do know that there's a possibility of failing, even with the safe way. You just don't get exhaustion. Don't get your heart ripped out. The simple answer is you confront yourself. And if you lose, psychologically and mentally, you're not completely fully there. Not for a while. The best way to put it is you get a point of corruption. It's not something you should worry about, but if you get enough of them in this city, it could become a problem.
Alignment change, alignment change.
But if you do it safely, she can counteract that, so you get no point of corruption.
What's my corruption stacks at right now?
Yours is currently clear because this is the first time I've actually made mention of the corruption system.
Hey, damn it! I wanted 100.
Get one. So,
I know, right?
God,
Are you
fire
sure?
us in the Twilight Zone.
You guys can't understand them? I speak lag fu.
But yeah, if you want to like talk her down,
so, who want?
I want to, I think.
Relta, Byroth, and Caitlin currently want it. Maria, I don't know, and Evie does not. Bleep doesn't care, and none of you know sign language, so you don't even understand what she's saying.
I do.
Oh! Did you take that language?
I've always understood sign language.
Cool. Again, you guys all got a
Yeah,
free
it's-
language.
Yeah. 'cause I
Talker was
was
just
gonna say,
pissed.
Oh wait, we got a free language. What's the? I need a random ass fucking.
Free language?
I thought we were gonna learn sign language for some reason.
I know Byroth
I
learned
learned-
Some of
military
you
sign
wanted to.
language, but that's all I remember. But yeah, if you guys want
Okay.
to take sign language, it's perfectly fine. Evie would know what Nilla is currently saying. Nira is down to learn magic, but is all good if you have no more money. She's using a strange dialect, sign language. You assume it's not from this city, or Haven, or where you're from.
I'm just gonna sign back to her. Fucking. Are you willing to take that risk? Is what I'm gonna sign back to her.
All
She
these
then
gang signs.
flexes sign language. Basically, she's using semaphore, and you're basically using actual sign language. Flexes out. Life is all about risk. Either you die here or die another day. It all depends on how much you're willing to pay. But again, it's all good if you have no more money. All I have is 500 gold. The rest of you just hear grunting from her, pretty much. 1,000 for Byroth, 1,000 for Relta,
Caitlin
500
said she'd
for
pay
Nilla.
her own way, so
Oh, cool. So you pay half of Nilla. Maria, Caitlin, do you guys do it?
I put forward 1,000 for me.
Maria hasn't been asked yet, so Maria's staying quiet.
Oh,
I asked you guys, like, for everyone, that's what I said. And
Yeah.
then if everyone,
and
like, it'd be 500 for everyone, I'm cool with that.
then Caitlin said,
Yeah, You're
depending on who
forgetting
wants
the
it.
main problem.
Oh, that's right.
Marie Arlene.
Maria won't respond unless she's directed to.
I forgot about
Marie
that part.
Arlene. If I say the name right.
Jay then looks towards you, Maria, and goes, "And what about you, little darling? Something you want to add to yourself? Something new?"
Maria will glance over at Evie.
Evie will just nod.
Maria will look towards Jay and say she's interested but does not have the money to pay for it.
I will cover your charge, little one. So,
I take out another 1,000 gold for her.
Flexing on all of us, how dare you?
Maria simply shakes her head. That's very kind of both of you, but I cannot accept.
Jay then looks towards you and goes, that's perfectly fine if you want, but here's how usually things work. You ask for something, I give you an amount, and then we barter for it. It's usually how it works with my city, at least. You all seem nice, but paying full price seems to be, the thing to do with your group, I suppose. But it's just a helpful hint.
Myroth will immediately try to persuade him down.
By the way,
Please, crit fail.
once
Can I
heading
get
out...
a disadvantage, please?
Oh.
Natural 20.
She was about to make she was about to call you stupid, like your entire group, but now with the natural 20, I don't think she's gonna do that.
I think I just, like, take the gem off the table. Sort of a thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Power.
You begin to take the gem off the table, and then she, oh, no, wait. You've twisted my arm a bit. I suppose I can do your entire group for the gem. I do need the components, after all. There and then, you know she's clearly lying. She wants it for a reason, but it's not for components.
You will do all of us safely.
Yeah. I get the picture. So all of you huddle around me that wants to do it. Anyone that doesn't, well then, he's already paid for all of you, so if no one wants to do it, that's perfectly fine.
Including the cat.
Sure, if you want the cut. Bleep thing goes, Ha! New magic. Master's friend taught me about that. Oh yeah, sure he did, little kitty. I'm sure he did. You
And
don't
then
know if
she'll
he's lying or
address
not.
Maria and Evie both.
Before Maria goes up to the group, she will glance at Evie again.
Evie's just standing at the door because she doesn't want to intrude on this.
Okay, there is no difference, but everyone is paid for.
Unless given an instruction, Maria will stay where she was then.
Fine.
No,
Maria, would you like to join in on this discovery?
Why are you guys crowding in my room?
Because Jay said to gather around. But Maria's literally in the room. That's literally what she meant, because half the other group was outside of the room. She simply says, oh, that's perfectly fine. Looking towards Evie. You sure you don't want to do this? That's perfectly fine if you do or don't. You already been paid for, so if you don't, fine by me. Get a little extra money.
apologies, it's just not something I'm entirely up for at the moment.
That's perfectly alright. She begins to chant something in a language none of you know. You look at your common, your
Are you
undercommon,
sure about that?
I was about to say.
I know a lot of languages.
you're
A
looking
dogma,
at
I need.
Maria's sheet because I checked all your sheets, but then forgot to check Maria's and Evie's for some reason.
Pulls
I
the
don't-
reverse Uno card.
A dogma, I need to know whatever language Mind Flare use. I want that language for some unknown,
That's
ungodly
deep
reason.
speech.
Okay, that's what I need.
Ba-ba-ba. Now looking at Evie. Oops, that's your
You can just
spell.
whisper click it to him.
No, I need to check the language specifically.
That'd be easy if I didn't separate all of mine into their own line.
You monster.
Nah, it's fine. None of you know this language,
Damn.
which was surprising because I saw the languages and I was a little scared. But no. It seems to be a mixture of various languages. From what you can tell, it is a language designed in a different way than most others. It's not a spell she's chanting, but something else, something more. And then each of you begin to glow, similarly in the way that the machine transported you from Haven to here did. But this one is a different way. If you begin to manifest a different aura surrounding you, a different way of you viewing things, but it all seems right. Whatever color you choose to glow, it's perfectly fine. If I had to guess, Relta pink, Maria blue, Byroth orange, Bleep probably blue, Nilla orange, and Caitlyn probably black. Or white.
Don't assume my color.
Is the color meant to represent anything?
Represent currently the way you are.
The druid is green. The
way
guy
I'm
who's obsessed with foraging is orange.
Oh no, I was going with Relta. She seems to have a bubbly personality. Maria has a stoic, cold demeanor from her. Byroth, yes, metal, you guessed it. Bleep, you don't know why blue. Nilla, stoic nature towards her. And Caitlyn
We don't know why
lives in the
Bleep
shadows.
is blue.
I'd have to say Maria's will probably be black then.
Oh, okay.
Concern?
Each one of you yourselves are the only ones able to see this, but you do see it regardless. To everyone else surrounding you, you just begin to glow the same way the mechanism allowed you to glow. But you yourself see the color you glow. You then begin to roll me saves, all of them.
Every saving throw? Where's the paladin when you need him?
And you do
Okay.
have advantage on this because you're doing it safely.
Who's rolling first? Oh, Caitlyn.
What was wisdom the highest?
Rialto, Byroth, one of you two want to go next?
Baros will go, and then I'll do Rialto.
Thank you.
As this is going on, Maria, you do get a bit of snippets here and there from the languages. You hear snow, fire, Emblent soul burn, surrounding, catalyst.
What
And-
languages?
But I need to look at your character sheet specifically. You hear some of these words in Abyssal, Celestial, Primordial, some in Sylvan, and then you lose track.
So a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. It is close in regards to the last language on your list, but not exact, so you can't understand it. But it does give you a hint on what it is.
I imagine it's primordial.
Let's see here.
Didn't mean to roll it twice. Fucking mouse.
Ah, the double tap.
Yep. That deck save though.
Sorry, I fucked the advantage.
I would say we all got one nat 20, but I didn't.
Fucking Rialto got two technically.
Yeah.
Doot. Oh man, it's good. Honestly, you just need a 10 and above. If you get a natural 20, it saves another one, which I think most of you did.
So we just need 10 and above. I mean, I think everyone got that then.
Yeah, with the save from the natural 20, yeah, definitely because of Rialto's 6 and 3 for strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
But
6 for
she got
that
a natural
charisma.
20 on charisma and con.
Oh man, that's really good.
2
I mean-
saving graces.
Yeah, and the saving grace for Byroth as well. Wisdom down to Dex.
Okay.
Your dex goes into your con. No, yeah, your con.
Immediately, you begin to glow surrounding you. It blinds you for a second. The color you saw around you then bleeds into your eyes. The color you saw, whatever it is to you yourselves, it blinds you for a quick second. Even the one that is blind, yes, I know. You can still see light, by the way. You're not like nothing. But the light itself changes, pitches into that tone, and then it wipes away a second later. You feel like you weren't breathing for a while and begin to breathe, gasp for air. And then a second later, you feel a sparking jolt in your hands and you see sparks begin to emanate. Ah, well, there you go. You've unlocked it. Congratulations. Really thought that one, pointing to Rauta, would likely die or explode. Very surprised.
Huh.
Very impressed.
Wow.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but for some reason, for a while there, you were glowing rainbow. Don't know what that means. But think it over. But you do now have access to a cantrip you yourselves create. So don't mix this up. The further you level up, the further you advance. The more you have access, the next one will likely be a level 1 spell that you yourselves create. So have fun with it. And don't kill yourselves. Here's how this mechanic works. As you unlock this, you are able to create a manifestation of a spell each level up. As you just leveled up, you only are able to access to a cantrip. Keep in mind, each spell you create has to be in the same type of an affinity to another spell of similar level. The next level up will add you either a level 1 or another cantrip. In addition, you can create a spell that's similar but not exact to another spell that you know. Take for example, if you have mending, you can create something along the lines of steam engine, would allow you to steam and clean any type of fabric.
feel like that's directed at someone. Can't figure out who.
It's Ramon, by the way.
I don't have mending.
Now, I mean, like, someone that needs to be cleaned.
Oh,
But yeah,
Relta.
you're now able to
What?
create spells, but they have to be equivalent to the spell's level. You have access now to a level 1 free spell. You don't get an additional, like, spell slot, but you now have an additional spell, you know. If you don't know any spells, congratulations, you're now beginning to know spells.
What if you don't have spell slots?
You just said you get a level 1 spell slot.
Oh, okay, sorry. I got worried there.
Yeah, like I said, if you don't know any magic, congratulations, you begin the process of learning magic. But yes, if you don't have magic, then you have access to 1 spell slot of that spell. Currently, you have a spell slot of a cantrip.
Nice.
Technically, I
Extra
have magic,
cantrip,
but I
that's
don't
all.
have any spell slots, so...
Then you have 1 current spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah, congratulations. You can also just basically copy another spell. You can take mending, prestidigitation. But if you want to create
Yeah.
one, you're totally able to. You just have to run it through me, and that's perfectly fine.
I'll probably just take prestidigitation, because having access to both thaumaturgy and prestidigitation. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Be a second.
That's fine. Evie, you easily do that. With all this going on, do you head back?
Along with that, can I talk into the badge and ask Ramon if he could possibly get me a session with... I basically describe what's happening to Ramon and just ask if the person in question at the school, I could possibly talk to them about this.
Sure. I do have a parent-teacher conference in about a week. I suppose you and your team can join me.
I don't think the team needs to join me on this since they're doing it right now, but I'd prefer to do it in more reasonable sort of situation. Plus, I need to ask him some questions.
Alright, I'll let my friend know then.
Thank you, and I just hang up and go back to the group.
Okay. You hang up on him mid-sentence and head back.
Oh, whoops. No!
Oh, we're back in RP mode now?
Yeah. Like you
Okay.
just awakened, literally.
I
How
just
did
called back.
Nyla do on that roll?
She now has access to Phantom Punch,
Nice.
which is a spell I created for her. It'll come
Are
apparent
you-
if you guys ever go into combat.
Are y'all... Are we done here now, Jay?
That's entirely up to you. If you don't need me for anything else, I'll simply be on my way. Got what I wanted. Well, one of the things I wanted anyways.
Is
Well-
there anything else that you, Caitlin, would like to ask her about the current climate of the city? I know you've been away for some time.
Nope.
Okay. Jay, what is the current climate of the city?
Alright. As you ask that, Evie returns. In the distance, you just hear, "Oh, don't worry about it. All I was gonna say is take care, make sure you don't die out there. Be safe." Ending the call now. Click. And then he actually hangs it up. But Jay then, as you enter inside, goes, "Oh, well, things have been going pretty bad for most people. The council is not exactly too kind to others. I mean, that's a general by and by these days. But thanks to someone appearing in town, someone by the name of... let's see here. Oh, look at that. Surprised they're in town, but that's neither here or there. Have you ever heard of the Red King?
We have heard of him.
Oh, well, apparently he's hunting people down, looking for new soldiers, new recruits. It's quite interesting, but that's neither here or there. But
He is here, and is his daughter Scarlet as well? Or...
no, she's simply leading his group right now. He himself is working with someone by the name of Bandit.
So he is away from his court. So
he's been away for quite some time. I mean, his group is currently being run by his daughter. And although young herself, she is a lot brighter and smarter than he. So it's not really too much of trouble. But apparently he's been causing a bit of commotion due to the council losing men, losing power, and losing strength. It's showing and creating their... how should I put it? It's basically stating that they don't have full control. So they're currently hunting down any mercenaries around town. Anyone that decides to defect, well, they simply die. If they can't protect themselves, of course. So watch out for that. And if you decide to go and speak with them, do be careful. I heard there was a group not too long ago, both mercenaries and outsiders, mainly human, created quite a commotion.
I understand humans are not welcome here.
Most aren't. Unless you're quite strong, you basically get enthralled, get enslaved, or get killed.
Humans are also quite welcome.
Just
yes. Not how they'd feel comfortable with it.
I mean, most of them are in hospitals right now. Caitlin would know why. The rest of you kind of sound like a vague threat to humans. It's hard to tell.
That doesn't bother her.
But yes, if you don't need me for anything else, can I go? Kind of took you for your money, so that's pretty much all I needed.
Dismissed.
Heads out.
She feels like she took us for her.
Maria will,
a whole new school of magic.
Evie's at the door, say, "If you'll please excuse me for a moment, Mistress Evie," and then she'll walk alongside this person and simply ask, "Do you mind if I accompany you for a moment?"
Oh, not at all. Surprised. They said they were going to send someone my way, see if I could help them out. Thought that would be you, but you guys played for the services, which I'm grateful for, but thought I'd be meeting their friends.
Whilst I'm walking with her, the question would be, out of curiosity, what can this magic be used for?
If you want to answer honestly or dishonestly.
Honestly, if you wouldn't mind, please.
Alright, very good. Honestly, this isn't magic. This is something far greater, far more dangerous. Magic caps for a reason. Magic only extends to level 9 for a reason. Have you ever heard of the spell plague? Was once at a point in time in history where the very essence of magic began to burn and corrode life itself. That wasn't due in part to many people basically taking it for granted, using too much power beyond themselves. So it had to be capped, and it had to be neutralized and sustained. This uses no source pool. This uses no ethereal web. This has no limit. And that itself is a danger.
So, in theory, I could use it for whatever I wished.
Or imagined. And I do mean imagined. Take, for example, your mistress there. I'm sure she has hopes, dreams, desires. You could literally, and I mean quite literally, manifest them. You could create life. You could create homes, dreams, wishes, whatever you desire. And if it already exists, you can simply just create the pathway there.
Is there any way for future means of being able to contact you?
You're connected now. If you want to contact me, you simply have to reach out. Once you know a bit enough of magic, this new way of magic, you just simply have to reach out with enough force. And I'll hear it. So long as it's directed towards me.
Thank you. I apologize for keeping you, and Maria will curtsy.
That's perfectly fine. She does then hand you a piece of paper. But if you need me beforehand, before your magic actually manifests to the point where you can do it, just rip this piece of paper apart, and I'll be there. Quite literally, in an instant. As she heads out.
We're all part of a thank you and safe travels.
Ah, nice loss. Surprised she's wearing those disguises. Surprised they're all wearing some sort of disguise. Ah, who am I to say? We all have our disguises.
You... I was about to say, just out of character, imagine if Evie just walked over and flexed on him by fucking pulling out the wing.
Do you want to?
No. I'm already scared if the fucking servant saw me doing what I did. I don't want to fucking add extra to that.
That's fair.
Strange things happen in the fog.
So, do you guys head out to meet the Council of Five? Because you do have to do that before you, literally can do anything in town. Because if you don't, people will just straight literally ignore you.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give my report to the mistress anyways.
Yeah, I mean, Caitlin, they would bow and say, pardon me, I'm afraid we can't do anything until the strangers surrounding you speak with the council. They'd be polite to you, but because you're in their company, they would unfortunately have to restrain themselves.
I mean, that's fine. I gotta, like I said, I have to do my report anyways.
Alright. As you head over to the Council of Five, head out into the city, you make it to their chambers without issue, without a problem, mainly because you were directed towards there. There, you see 5 council members and one... Oh, wait! Mixie and Nesmond on here, so they don't notice this. Surprising.
No! No!
Curses.
Fire would like to go with though.
You all have to go with. There's literally no choice.
Yeah.
Is it the Red King? Fuck.
No, the girl that led you and helped you out within that catacomb is there.
Oh, fuck, she is as well. God damn it.
Yeah. Entering inside, Caitlin bows, because she literally has to the one in the middle. The one in the middle then states, "Well now, looks like you made it here safely. Now then, shall we discuss what my little darling has been doing as we end the session for today?"